Anthony Weiner is back in the news today with a viral video that is going to knock your socks off. He was confronted on the street while I think he was walking his dog, and a dude called him a pedophile. Right there on camera. You're going to see the video in a quick second, but you know who Anthony Weiner is, right? Just in case, and shockingly, a lot of people don't know. Back in the late 2000s, let's call it 2010, 2011, even. Wait, late 2000s. That's not right. We're not even in the late 2000s. How about this? Around 2010, 2011, Anthony Weiner was the shooting star, celebrated young Democrat congressman from New York for the Democrat Party. Not only was he a firebrand fighter for liberal Democrats on the floor of the House of Representatives, a huge supporter of Barack Obama and defender of all things Hillary Clinton, but he was an attack dog against every single Republican. Think Jasmine Crockett combined with AOC, combined with David Hogg. He was young, he was a man, he was a Democrat, he was from New York, he was everything. In fact, he was such Democrat Party royalty that he was married to Huma Abedin. Yeah, that's right. The chick who's now engaged to Alex Soros, George Soros' kid. Yeah, Huma Abedin was the right-hand person to Hillary Clinton during her time as a senator from New York, during her campaign for president in 2008, and then as Secretary of State. He married her. In fact, Bill Clinton officiated the wedding ceremony. That's who Anthony Weiner was. He was absolutely going to be the governor of New York and maybe even president of the United States one day. Right up until the moment he was caught sending illicit pornographic images of himself to underage girls on the internet. He accidentally sent it out in a tweet, a picture of his, well, wiener. Anthony Weiner posted a picture on his Twitter feed back in 2010 and then claimed that he had been hacked. In fact, he claimed he had been hacked by the very journalists that published the picture and wrote a story about it. That would be, well, my friends, Andrew Breitbart and Dana Lash over at the big journalism website that I used to work with back when Andrew Breitbart was still alive. For a week, Anthony Weiner put us all through hell, claiming that we had hacked his account, that we had set him up, that we had put, I mean, that's a federal crime. In fact, he instigated an FBI investigation into the hack. But then a week later, he had to tell the truth. He had to tell the truth because Andrew Breitbart, my friend and boss who brought me into this world, he had another source who had other pictures that he had sent through direct message. Another young woman. See, that's a pattern of behavior. And well, when Andrew Breitbart sort of revealed the goods that we had on Anthony Weiner, he was forced to admit what he had done. He was forced to step down from his place as a member of the House of Representatives. He resigned his seat. And then, after a few years, he ran for mayor of New York. Huma Abedin, by the way, stood by him, stayed with him, stayed married to him, because after all, she had learned from the best, Hillary Clinton, that you stand by your man if it's politically advantageous to you. Anthony Weiner was this close to winning the Democrat nomination for mayor until right before Election Day, it was revealed that he had done it again. By the way, you may have heard about Hillary Clinton's emails. That was a big topic during the 2016 presidential election. Of course, James Comey, then the FBI director, had said, yes, she violated the classified documents law, but we're not going to bring charges, which, of course, is not the FBI director's job. It's the Justice Department's job to make that determination. Doesn't matter. James Comey just decided for everybody that he wouldn't bring any charges against Hillary Clinton because it didn't rise to the level of criminal acts, even though if it were anybody else who had done what Hillary Clinton did, they would, in fact, be prosecuted. But then a funny thing happened just 10 days before Election Day, when Donald Trump soundly defeated Hillary Clinton in 2016. 10 days before Election Day, it was revealed that there was a whole new trove of classified, top secret, unauthorized emails from Hillary Clinton and the State Department. And where were they? They were on Anthony Weiner's laptop because his wife had been forwarding those emails to an account to print these emails out at home, an account that Anthony Weiner, the guy who was sexting underage girls, also had access to. Hillary Clinton lost, and a lot of people blame James Comey. They blame Huma Aberdeen. They blame Anthony Weiner. Nobody seems to blame, Hillary Clinton for being an awful human being and a terrible candidate. Well, that's who Anthony Weiner is. Anthony Weiner, by the way, was then investigated and arrested for sexting underage girls across state lines, and he actually did time in a federal penitentiary. I wonder if that investigation would have happened had he not, in fact, screwed Hillary Clinton out of the White House. All right, so that's the background on Anthony Weiner. Fast forward to today. Maybe it was yesterday. Not sure. When this dude was canvassing in Manhattan for a politician, getting signatures for a petition when he ran into Anthony Weiner. And, well, here's Anthony Weiner, the guy I just described, being confronted on the streets of Manhattan.
Anthony Weiner in the house. How you doing, my guy? So, I mean,
who are you carrying for?
I'm carrying for a candidate, but hey,
what candidate?
Let's talk about all of those things you guys, you and the Clintons have done over the years with all of those people that died, those strange deaths.
Really?
Anthony Weiner, folks, the guy who's been texting minors.
One more to the
Look
list.
at this guy.
Add this guy to the list.
This is Anthony
Jim
Weiner.
Walden, this is who's working for you.
It's almost time,
Jim
folks.
Walden, this is
It's
who's
almost
working
time,
for
folks.
you. Jim Walden.
It's almost time. Anthony Weiner, the pedophile.
What about you, pal?
Anthony
What
Weiner.
about you?
How about all of those?
Drop something?
How about all of those?
Who's it? Jim Walden.
How about all of those?
Jim Walden.
How about all of those
Look, Jim
crazy
Walden,
deaths
who's
with the
working
Clinton
for you?
family
Jim
and
Walden.
those spirit cookings?
Yeah, add one more.
Yeah, how about all of that
Add one
adrenochrome? What's up with all that
Add
adrenochrome,
one
my
more,
guy?
pal.
You look like you got
You
some
wanna add one
adrenochrome.
more? You want to add one more?
Hey, look at Anthony Weiner, folks. Anthony Weiner. Hey, we about to find out about those Clinton files and all that stuff.
Who are you afraid to say?
Let's go.
Sorry about all the language, folks, but it's New York after all. What a complete freak. By the way, I think that there's plenty of evidence of physical assault in that video. You don't manhandle somebody. You don't slap at their face and knock their earbuds out. You don't elbow into them and shove them, but that's what Anthony Weiner did. I mean, after all, he's a convicted pedophile. So, I mean, what's he got to lose? Something cathartic, by the way, about seeing this guy call him a pedophile, just right to his face. Let's watch it together again, shall we? Because it's only about a minute and a half long. And yeah, it's a lot of shouting, but again, it's New York. What do you want?
Anthony Weiner in the house. How you doing, my guy? So, I mean,
by the way, I just want to point out, ladies, if you listen, it's important for men to stay fit. It is. It's very important for men to stay fit, to stay healthy, to make sure that they're in good shape, right? Dude is spending way too much time on his boobs, okay? I'm sorry. I am suspect of a man his age who goes through whatever lengths he goes through to make sure that he's got a nice rack and then walking around New York in a tight T-shirt to show him off. There's just something suspect about that. Ladies, be wary. Be wary. There's something else at play. I'm just saying. I could be wrong. Go ahead and tell. I'm just trying to be real. All right, let's keep going.
Who are you carrying for?
I'm carrying for a candidate, but hey,
What candidate?
let's talk about all of those things you guys, you and the Clintons have done over the years with all of those people that died.
Jim Walden?
Hey, let's talk about all those people who died thanks to the Clintons. Dude, it takes some cojones to just throw that out there to Anthony Weiner. But where's the lie? Fact check true.
Those strange deaths.
All the strange.
Anthony Weiner,
Let's
folks,
add one more to the list.
The guy who's been texting.
Did you catch that? So here he said, let's talk about all of those strange people who died those mysterious deaths who are connected to the Clintons. And Weiner's response is, let's put him on the list. Now, sure, he may be joking, but he may not be joking. And by the way, if you're trying to deny that there is a Clinton kill list, maybe you shouldn't like play into the joke and sort of quasi-affirm it. I mean, if anybody's going to know that there is a Clinton kill list, it would be Anthony Weiner. He was in the inner of the inner circles. Again, Bill Clinton officiated his wedding. So now he's saying, let's put him on the list. We'll get to that threat in a minute.
Weiners.
One more to the
Look
list.
at this guy.
Add this guy to the list.
This is Anthony
Jim
Weiner.
Walden, this is who's
It's al-
working for you.
It's almost time,
Jim
folks.
Walden, this is
It's
who's
almost
working for you.
time, folks.
So now Weiner is trying to like call out the politician that he's getting signatures for on the petition. Let me just tell you something. If I'm running for office in New York and this guy's working for me, that's actually a badge of honor. That's actually something to be proud of, that he would confront Weiner on the street like this and go after him and call him exactly what he is. That's actually a good thing. Weiner is completely clueless about the politics of this, but he thinks he's got a gotcha. Hey, Drew Holden, this is who's working for me. Is it Drew Holden? Is that the name of the politician?
Folks,
Jim Walden.
it's almost time. Anthony Weiner, the pedophile.
What about you, pal?
Anthony
What
Weiner.
about you?
I love it. He just said Anthony Weiner, the pedophile, and he says, well, what about you? As if, oh, sure, everybody knows I'm a pedophile, but what's in your closet? What's in your browser history? What a scumbag. What an absolute scumbag this guy is. So this video got posted earlier this morning, and then Alex Jones retweeted it out. So the person who posted the video is someone named Rapper DVS 7.0, and Dom Lukers picked it up, and then Alex Jones retweets that. Rapper DVS 7.0 says, caught Anthony Weiner. Oh, no, excuse me. Sorry. Let's start with Alex Jones. Says, this is what the collapse of the globalist house of cards looks like. Scum like Anthony Weiner can run, but they can never hide from the great populist awakening exploding worldwide. And then he says, Rapper DVS 7.0 caught Anthony Weiner walking his dog and went in on Weiner about his Weiner and Clinton body count. A group of teenagers joined in to call the Pizzagate conspiracy victim pedophile. All right. Now this guy, official DVS 7.0, acknowledged that Alex Jones has made this go supernova on X, and he just wants everybody to know, I am not suicidal. DVS 7.0 did not kill himself is the hashtag he wants to get trending. So anybody, if you're interested in protecting DVS 7.0, whoever that is, who apparently was on the street and saw Anthony Weiner and called him the pedophile that he was, you might want to just make sure that everyone knows that as of now, as of 1 p.m. on the 27th day of May, he is not suicidal. Make sure that you know that. Watch yourself out there. And on behalf of my dearly departed friend and mentor, Andrew Breitbart, it is great to see Anthony Weiner in the news again. We cannot get enough. Just remember, Anthony Weiner, for the longest time, was the hero of the Democrat Party. He was their shining light. He was the best thing they had going for them. And he perfectly represents the party today as well.